The Cowboys have made some changes today. They've got Fran Goldthorpe at fullback. They get Abigail Rach back in the centres, and then Margot Vella moves to the wing. So a bit of a shift in the outside backs, but looking for a response and some decent attacking footy, which they certainly need to improve on to be in this contest today, Bronte.
Well, Magic Round is in full swing. The Cowboys headed out onto the field now, so let's head over to your commentary team with Ruan Sims, Alana Ferguson, and it's a very good afternoon to Matthew Thompson.
Thank you, Bronte. The Cowboys hoping for a Houdini-like form reversal on Magic Weekend. None from 4 to start the year. The Raiders are a revitalised team on the flip side after a poor campaign last year. 2-2 victories over the Warriors and the Dragons. They went close to upsetting the Roosters going back a fortnight, which probably sapped them emotionally ahead of last weekend's defeat at home to Cronulla. Might feel a little like a home game for Canberra. Wagga a couple of hours south of the nation's capital, and the Viking clap certainly made the trek down the highway.
Please welcome to the field.
I love the Viking clap. You hear it, you just know footy's on. And I love that the crowd.
Haven't you led the Viking clap a few times?
Me, I have unofficially.
Yeah.
Not officially. I just love it, so I just get amongst it.
Why wouldn't you?
But they're looking tough, the Raiders. They've had a really good start to the year. They've overturned some of the misfortune at home games they've had. Their record has improved. Led a lot by that woman on the screen there, Sheridan Gallagher. She's been a revelation since moving to fullback once she headed down the dual carriageway to Canberra. I really like her in that role.
She's eating up the metres, averaging 190 odd metres per game. She's actually equal second in the Dally M count at the moment. In fact, all new recruits for Canberra have fired. Crystal Blackwell, the former Cowboy, seems to have gelled nicely in the halves alongside Zahara Temara. So game 3 underway. It's a magical weekend in Wagga Wagga. Gee, the weather's good and the crowd is heaving. Fantastic celebration of Women's Rugby League. The Raiders on the back of consecutive losses, looking to return to the winner's circle. Shante Temara away to the English international Holly May Dodd. Tackle made there by Talara Bamblett, wearing the 6 for the second time in her career. And her opposite, number 6, Blackwell, playing the ball. Powerful opening set. This is Waterman. Pardon me, that's Basham, the right back rower. And now Hollyman, one of the leaders of the Raiders forward pack. Tackled by S.A. Banu. Might have been a case for a penalty there. Holding on a little longer, perhaps. 5th tackle kick. Sheridan Gallagher with the floating bomb at the back, which is taken fairly comfortably by Goldthorpe. Shifts back into that role after playing in the centres last week. And now the second gamer, Charlize Lloyd-Phillips.
Well, we've seen Goldthorpe play fullback last year as well, and thought she did really well at centre. Oh, more heavy contact through the middle, and that was Hollyman that came up with that shot. She's had a great last couple of weeks.
I know the score read 34-6 last week against the Gold Coast. I'm not sure the Cowboys played all that badly. I don't know that the outcome of that game reflected their effort.
Yeah, it probably got away from them in the end, but their effort, their ability to stay in the contest for longer periods of time, probably just letting the opposition off the hook and then not icing some moments. But you're right, Tomo, much improved performance from the Cowboys last week, so hopefully they took plenty of confidence out of that, particularly on the other side of the ball in defence.
And now the gun try scorer, Elise Simpson, 8 tries in the last 9 games. On the halfway line. Temara for Waterman, the Fijian international, playing her first game of the season for the Green Machine today. Shante Temara, now Samaima Taufa. Nice ball, Blackwell gave a lovely pass away to Basham, who was tackled desperately. They're down near that red zone. Gallagher, the prize recruit from the Roosters. 12 metres from North Queensland's line. Blackwell's kick is going to be far too long.
Yeah, she got that wrong. Blackwell, she had enough time to execute a good kick as well. So just letting the Cowboys off the hook But I love the ball movement from the Raiders in those first couple of sets, and it's not just on their edges. Their middle forwards have been using the footy really well just to get early width in their game. Samaima Taufa kicked things off in that first set. There's another look at that kick from Blackwell, just far too much on it.
Goldthorpe tackled strongly by Hollyman. Canberra's coach, Darren Borthwick, watching on. It was a frustrating campaign for them last season. Hard to understand, really. They lost their first 6 games, rallied somewhat towards the back end of the regular season, but missed the finals. He obviously knew he needed to reinforce that roster, and he's done so with some very prudent recruiting, including a strike weapon at the back in Sheridan Gallagher. Her running returns this year, 213 metres versus the Dragons, 154 versus the Warriors, 168 versus the Roosters, and almost 200 against the Sharks last week.
Yeah, and she's got a really good voice out the back too. You can see her organising her troops, and she was unlucky not to get a penalty there. There was a definite leg pull in that tackle. That's a big no-no. We've stamped that out of a game for a reason.
Hollyman tackled by Mackenzie Wheel. Lovely pass. Shante to Zahara. The sisters combining. And another run for Gallagher. Out near the halfway under the splendid sunshine at GeoHex Stadium in Wagga Wagga. Isabella Waterman. Tangled up in the defence of Jasmine Peters. This is a tester, a real examination, but well taken by Lloyd Phillips. Had to attack that. It was a kick that was landing in open space.
Well, she was attacked by Blackwell as she caught it too. She got right up in her face. That's tough to take when you've got opposition just breathing down your neck like that. She did brilliantly.
Good run by Abigail Roach, returning to the lineup after injury, and a penalty for North Queensland.
Whoever that is talking there, it's just all static.
Yeah, offside from the Canberra Raiders. Seen that intent in their intensity and their line speed, but got that one a little bit wrong. And this is handy for the Cowboys out of their own end.
He's had a lot to think about this year. North Queensland's coach, Ricky Henry.
He hasn't been able to field a consistent team all year. There has not been one team that has been the same from week to week so far. New change in halves as well. It does take a little bit of time for that gelling to happen.
Barney plays to Manzelman. Here's Rosie Kelly. Scored a dynamite try last week against the Gold Coast. Tackled outside the 30-metre line. Manzelman for Barnu, then to Wheel, then to Bamblett. Good hands, Goldthorpe. And they find Margot Vella on the right wing. From one side of the field to the other. Tackle 4 now. Manzelman playing out a little wider. Here's Ash Masters, promoted to start this afternoon. And then Bamblett's kick leaves a little to be desired.
Yeah, it's a really poor end to the set from Bamblett. You spoke about Ash Masters starting. I think that's a direct response to the pack and the strength of this Canberra Raiders side. A really damaging front rower, Ash Masters. Here's another look at that kick. They're missing Kira Dibb. She, of course, left the club. I think at the moment, as Rue said, they've been struggling with inconsistency on who they can play, but I also think the loss of a genuine halfback's really showed throughout this season. So they'd love to pick up a genuine number 7. I think both players, Bamblett, Rosie Kelly, are wonderful running halves, 5'8", but I just think they missed that game organiser and someone with that kicking game as a big strength. They've been brave and they showed a lot of positive signs last weekend.
Well, it's their defence that's been their Achilles heel. 156 points in 4 games they've conceded.
And penalties, just like that one, that hurts. As soon as you invite teams down into your half like that, you again put more stress on your defensive outfit, defensive system as you get closer to your own line. It's been a little bit of the case so far for 2026 for the Cowboys.
Ash Masters, by the way, wearing jumper 16, played for Australia in 3 Women's Rugby World Cups 2014, 2022, and most recently last year.
Most caps, I believe, as well, isn't she? Most capped Wallaroo.
5 Test caps.
Yeah, impressive.
Oh, Lemon. Juggle. Regather. Masters in the wheel. Put her to ground. 15 metres inside the Cowboys half. Zahara Tamara. Ball back underneath to the athletic Saunders. Zahara Tamara to Gallagher, the Waterman, good tackle. Jasmine Peters around the legs, but there's another penalty.
In too late, mate. Tackle's complete. You're on the mark. Yep.
She's called for a flop there. I think it was Bamblet.
Mrs. Dodd outside the 10, so the first real examination of North Queensland's defence, which has let them down in the opening month of the campaign. Jemima Taufa, the legend, won the Raiders Player of the Year award the past 3 seasons. 2 metres from the line, Shante Temra. She throws a beautiful pass from dummy half. Now Gallagher.
1 in there, 2 in there.
Good defence by Bamblet, and Harden to help. Here's Zahara once more. Goes away to Blackwell. That's a tackle. Bree Chester.
Great tackle.
The defensive warhorse making a statement. They've got through this set okay defensively. Jemima Taufa passes back underneath. Hollyman held. Oh, they've given away a penalty on the last.
Cowboys, you have to respond to these.
How much does that hurt?
3 now down here.
You can hear now the referee giving a warning. That's 3 in their own 10 they've given away.
High contact.
And we see Talisha Harden on report for some high contact earlier. This is definitely going to test the scramble of the Cowboys.
They've worked so hard that they are vulnerable on the back of pretty much 3 consecutive sets of 6. Shante Tamara, Crystal Blackwell, trying to find some space. She's lost the ball. She got belted by Talisha Harden. And there's a reward for effort for North Queensland.
Yeah, they had to come up and show intensity in defence then the Cowboys. Crystal Blackwell wanted to get a running game on nice and early in that set. Here's a good front on view. Talisha Harden, one of the more experienced players in this NRLW competition, comes up with a big shot to change momentum.
Looks like she went a little off script there, Blackwell. It was sort of a space outside of Taufa, but just unable to take advantage of it.
Pretty slick on her feet. Could be dangerous coming back through the middle. So well done to the Cowboys there. I'll take a bit of confidence out of turning Canberra away in that situation. Charlize Lloyd-Phillips made her debut last week. She's previously played Tasha Gale Cup footy for the Sydney Roosters. Manzelman for Wheel. Kelly for Chester. Gee, that was a difficult pass. Well handled by Roach. Kelly with the clearing kick. Comfortably taken by Gallagher. She's a good mover. Bounds away across the field. She runs into the Cowboys' defence, which is led there by Jasmine Peters.
Heard a great story about Sheridan Gallagher in the pre-season. They were the Raiders were doing some fitness and someone got left behind and they were told that they're going to keep doing it until everyone made it in the time. She actually went back down. They were doing hill sprints, went back down, grabbed the person, put him on her shoulders and ran up the hill and said, come on, we're finishing this. So that's a leader. That leads through actions right there.
That's a supremely fit leader. I reckon that's been knocked on by Canberra and the ball's come back for the Cowboys anyhow. Kelly. Bang.
Mackenzie, not square.
Big tackle, but it's all in vain. Leanta Funga with a great shot. Mackenzie Wiki, pardon me.
Yeah, great shot. And then unfortunately, it looks like she wasn't square at marker and gave the penalty away. But this will be a Cowboys opportunity just to try and put a bit of fatigue into the Raiders' defence. Just see what chinks in the armour they can try and find and explore.
Wheel running powerfully up to the 20-metre line. Stopped in her tracks by Hollyman. Emma Manzelman's played in every NRLW game for the Cowboys. She's a perennial danger. She's up and off again. She's trying to find the line. She's been taken high.
Yeah, putting them under all sorts of pressure, Emma Manzelman. She can ignite their attack from dummy half.
Barnu!
Get out!
Barn storming.
Held up, tackle one. Same with the ball. Yeah, 10 metres out.
She was over the line by 3 metres before she tried to make her way to the ground.
Lock in. Sophie.
That was
Sophie,
great work by the Raiders. Almost caught napping.
Okay, go. Go. Time's on.
Manzelman for Kelly. Kelly for Goldthorpe. Bullet ball. Lloyd Phillips, good tackle. Some positive signs here for the winless Cowboys. Mackenzie Wheel. Almost at the line. A bullet-like pass again, but gee, they raced up off their goal line there, Canberra. And Kelly gets trapped with it. Manzelman for Barnu, for Bamblett, now Goldthorpe. Goes for a charge. They look pretty well organised defensively here, the Green Machine. Last play on this set. Swept away to Bamblett. Oh, it's not a great ball. Is it not locked on here, or was it forward?
One last tackle.
It was a forward pass.
Yeah, look, when Emma Manzelman, to start this set, found a little bit of space and a fractured defensive line, they must have had a conversation as a team and said, we need to stay connected. He was the run off the back of it from S.A. Barnu, but that was a very well-handled defensive set from the Canberra Raiders, who worked really hard for one another.
Yes, they look very unbothered by that. Oh, that's a tackle. Barnu, bang. Elise Simpson. We called her debut last year, Ruan,
yes.
Elise Simpson.
She was outstanding, wasn't she?
Well, I think the first time, I think she dropped 3 or 4 balls and then came back in the second half.
4 tries or something.
That was a very hot and cold debut. But she's gone on to do some great things, leading the try scoring for the Raiders this year.
Yeah, she certainly has. Well, here they earn another penalty here. Oh, yeah. This is fair. Let's listen in. She's going to have a chat to them about their discipline.
Yeah. Yeah, all right. I gave you a quick chat down there because we had this 3 in a row. We're now going again in the rucks. I need them holding on to us. She said that too. Yeah, Emma, when that Emma, I'm here to talk to you now. Your girls need to respond to my comms in the ruck. If they're doing something, I'll rule on that. But their job is to listen to my ruck comms. That's fine, as long as they're making an effort to get out, Emma.
Quite clear communication from the referee there, and you can just see Manzelman telling her team just to listen up. They can ill afford to continue to give away penalties, otherwise someone will be sitting down for 10 minutes. And how about this for a touch finder?
Tafunga with the tap and go. Blackwell. Now Hollyman. Barnu has been tough in defence, as you've seen throughout the years. That's one of her hallmarks. And now a dumping tackle on Chloe Saunders. 15 from the North Queensland line. Plenty of room for Zahara Temera. Now Waterman. Well handled again. 2 plays remaining on this set of 6 for Canberra. Gallagher for Zahara Temera. Now Dodd. Barnu again, although that's a very forceful run by Dodd. They get to tackle 5. Gallagher rolls it on the boot. Again, they have diffused the situation very well, North Queensland.
Yeah, they did a great job. I gave a rap to the Cowboys, to the Raiders for defending their line, and the Cowboys have just done the same in their right of reply. It was a lovely little kick from Gallagher, but well handled, and they've turned them away. It's a great contest.
I reckon the Cowboys will be pretty happy with 0-0 at this stage of the game. They've improved their defensive resolve. They've thrown a few punches the other way as well with attack.
And they've only had 44% of the ball, and they win themselves a penalty. So
Get off the ball.
Emma Manzelman just chatting to the ref before when she got her warning. She said, what about when they do it? And they've got a little bit of a win there, the Cowboys.
Well, the countdown's officially on, just over a month away from kick-off in the brand new season of the English Premier League. Get ready to witness every goal and all the drama from the world's greatest football league. Every match live and exclusive on the home of football, Stan Sport. Manzelman causing some headaches with her dynamic running game. Ball picked up on the bounce by Bamblett.
They've got to go with her. They've got to go with Emma Manzelman. There's no one pushing off either hip then.
Taylor Curtis in 15 on the ground now. Another opportunity to offload there. She's, I'm not sure she was held. The referee said she was. Manzelman misses the target. Picked up by Goldthorpe. Gee, she can fire a pass right to left. Goldthorpe. Kelly for Curtis. Outside the 10. Last tackle. Here's Kelly. Here's Roach.
Tackle is complete on the last, so it'll be a hand over there.
Well, electing to run on the last on that short side, Rosie Kelly.
With me. Keep coming, left edge. Yep.
Didn't even look like she wanted to put a kick in and try and earn a repeat set.
I don't mind it, though. They turn it over in that corner, right in the coffin, as long as they can maintain their discipline with their defence and just win their first contact. Oh, we just didn't want to give a 7-tackle set away.
There's a strong run. She's been powerful on that left edge so far, Dodd. And they head down that same side. Makes some good yardage there, Waterman.
Well, that's where Preston usually is. She's suspended this week, but she runs a really damaging line. So a handy replacement in Holly Mae Dodd for the Raiders, just to run off Zahara Temera.
I think she came back from an HIA, didn't she? She had a HIA, Dodd?
Yep, correct.
Goldthorpe catches Temera's kick on the 10. Great kick chased by the Raiders. This is quite the grind. 20 minutes gone. No score yet. The Raiders and the Cowboys.
Yeah, I think Rick Henry would be very happy with what his Chargers have put out so far. I think we were probably all expecting that Raiders' attack might really click into gear, but I love the fact that the Cowboys have just taken the fight to the Raiders today.
Manzelman's been terrific.
So's Wheel. She's worked so hard.
She's tireless in the middle of the field. Plays the best part of the whole game most weeks.
There was a bobble there.
Right on cue, Mackenzie Wheel. A pair of Raiders preparing to come into the fray.
Yeah, well, the Cowboys will need to be really careful here, Tomo, because Grace Kemp is coming on, and I think they've used her lifting. Yep. Put her in a dangerous position. Grace Kemp, I think they've used her quite well off the bench this year. She's had a lot more impact than we've seen previously. This is a penalty. Curtis, you can just see their lifts. Goes above horizontal, puts her in a dangerous position. And Kukatai is the other one that's coming on too. I think she's actually better for last year. She's much better this year than she was last year. That full year and a pre-season under her belt. She's looking good.
This is Charlotte Basham. New to the Raiders from the Dragons, and now the first run for Kukatai. Past the halfway line. They go behind Grace Kemp. Zahara Temera to Gallagher, now to Waterman. Good defence again by North Queensland. They're hitting hard, they're getting numbers in tackles. And they're driving the Raiders back.
Oh, there's a Cowboy hurt.
Another ball for Waterman. Tries to muscle her way through the line. Bamblett sticks to her. That's Alicia Ford getting ready for North Queensland. Zahara Temera kicks up across them. Oh, juggled and regathered just in time. Shalise Lloyd-Phillips, she would have had her heart in her mouth.
Yeah, there was 4 green jerseys around the footy then, wasn't there? What a recovery. Great kick from Zahara Temera. Look at this. Oh. Look at that green wall coming for her.
Oh.
Well done.
Got to imagine the anxiety attack she was having there.
Oh, I choked on my water when I saw it.
Now the veterans, Alicia Harden. One of the rep stars in the Cowboys lineup. Veteran of Origin and Gillaroos Rugby League. Oh, it's the last tackle.
Front foot here with me.
Gee, the 5'8's got to be aware of the tackle count.
Yeah, that's a poor end to the set. That's a really poor end to the set.
Hold. Go.
It's Bamblett's job to know where they are in their footy set. This is what I was talking about, the game management. I think there are some sets of 6 where they scam it, but overall I think they'll really benefit from a dominant ball playing. Oh, what a shot, number 7.
That's the tackle of magic round to date.
How good.
Wheel on Kemp, she didn't like it, Grace, and the ball's been lost. Mackenzie Wheel has ruffled their feathers.
That's a way to flip the script through your defence. Mackenzie Wheel, big play. It was a really poor end to the set for the Cowboys.
In here, Bucky.
But when you can come up with a tackle like that, there's a little knock on from Temera at the base of the ruck. When you can come up with a play, it gives them a chance to really reset.
I'd love to see that tackle again. It was timed so beautifully.
Oh, you'll watch it on repeat.
Oh, I've got a big hits already today. There's been a few that I'm going to watch on repeat.
Big hits montage. Here you go. Whooshka.
Oh yeah, I love that. Oh, she was obviously, it was on her tip sheet that you had to get at Grace Kemp, and she did that.
Big engine, Mackenzie Wheel. Kelly with a short pass. Chester running onto it. Tackled by Blackwell. And now Ford with a dash from dummy half. Tackle number 5. It's Lily Dickin, number 12. She did the dummy half work there. All pressure on Gallagher. Nicely taken.
They rescued that set with a decent kick and a good chase off the back of it. Things were sort of starting to go a little awry for the Cowboys. But still 0-0. I don't think anybody saw this scoreline 25 minutes into this game.
Both teams are throwing a bit at their opposition. They're not playing, I wouldn't say it's conservative rugby league.
The Cowboys have completed 12 of 13. Raiders 11 of 14.
Kukatai. Stopped by Ford. Gallagher, boom. She's got a good piece of that one.
Sent that.
Well taken, good tackle.
Well, they can often be the trickiest ones to catch when you've got too much time waiting for it to come down. Well done from Lloyd-Phillips.
Even our camera couldn't follow it, Fergo.
No. It's been a great defensive show from both of these clubs. We've only had one offload in this game so far. It was from the Cowboys, so maybe that's a way that each side can really break open this defence. Bit of second phase footy.
Well, Manzelman's come for a break, but she looked the most likely, didn't she, Alana? You were saying if you follow Emma Manzelman, she can cause chaos with the speed in the centre of the field. 5th tackle penalty.
Yeah, this helps, doesn't it, for the Cowboys? Yeah, she just splits them open, and she understands the mismatch when there are tired forwards, so she can use her footwork and her pace. There's been a couple of times where she takes off and there's just no support.
just got concerns about her head.
Well, that Grace Kemp. She's been split open.
Oh, lady knows.
Not that she
Doing a
knows.
check on her, or are you just
See where it happened. Must have been when she was defending. She would have had a bit of a head knock with the Cowboys player.
That'll bring tears to your eyes. The old squash nose.
It does. But surely we can take her out the back or to the side and let the game roll on.
Honestly, what are we doing? Stopping the game for a bleeding nose.
I feel like she can be moved to the side and play can continue.
Well, the referee's asking if she needs to come on for an HIA. Could do something.
All right, what are we doing? Staying on?
Fast game's a good game.
Time's on. Yep, go. Here we go.
Lily Dick now. 35 metres away, forward. Brings Abigail Roach onto the ball. The Kiwi Ferns star plays it outside the 20-metre line. Now Mackenzie Wheels, she's been huge.
Kemp hunting her, trying to get one back.
Yeah, it's a good running battle, that one. Now Kelly, you know she loves to run. Taken around the legs by Basham, 10 metres short now. Look at this, Mackenzie Wheels, sees a bit of space. There's Grace, waiting for her and puts her on the deck. Here's a great attacking chance. Oh, I don't know whether she dropped the ball, Alicia Ford.
Oh, no.
They're celebrating. I think it's come out.
Can you confirm that she loses possession over the goal line?
Yeah, I don't know about this, Tomo, unfortunately.
She got up shaking her head too, Alicia Ford, gave herself up. Great vision though. Look at, you can see where her eyes are. But I think it's just the work there, yeah.
The Cowboys player has lost possession.
Gosh, they closed that gap well. That's a great reaction.
To getting to the ground.
That is
have a decision.
A great reaction. I loved that set of 6 from the Cowboys. They had such great width in their game in that middle third between the forwards. That's what opened the space. Mackenzie Wheel had a really dominant run and then a quick play the ball where Ford was able to go off the back of. They didn't get the result that time, but I think that could be the blueprint. Just stretching them out with some of their passes in that middle third and working over the forwards of the Canberra Raiders.
It's not going to be a 0-all first half, is it?
Well, not if Tafunga's got something to do
That's
about
a
it.
run. Tafunga gets the offload away to Blackwell. They got a roll on now, Canberra. Emma Barnes. Zahara Tamara digs in deep, takes on the defence. Palms away from Peters. Can't get away from Bamblett. Promising signs for the Green Machine. Emma Barnes. Sheridan Gallagher. 25 tries across 3 seasons with the Roosters before heading to the Raiders. Samaima Taufa comes running onto it. Head down. Tries to charge through. She's denied 6 or 7 metres away. There's a penalty.
Yeah, look at that Westpac red zone.
Hang on, is there a sin bin coming?
Yeah.
Yeah.
While she's off,
No.
they continue to not respond to my rock comms. Someone's sitting down.
Hang on, had a warning.
She already spoke to Emma Manzelman about this and then also spoke
that's
to
the
her
message.
during the yardage penalties.
Time's on. You're on the mark.
To me, that's sin bin territory.
Yeah.
You've already had a chat to them.
Now Grace Kemp can't muscle away over the line. Harden to stop her. Barnes for Blackwell. Short pass to Basham. Again, the Cowboys bravely defending their line. Can they stand up to this attack? Samaima Taufa. Good tackle by the goalpost, Pat. Right on top of the goal line. Rifling pass. If they go through the hands, they should score here. And it is another try to Elise Simpson.
Yeah, good footy from the Canberra Raiders. They were able to build pressure. They got out of their own half far too easy and then earned the right for another penalty to attack again. And well, they hit Zahara Tamara. She took the line on but got the ball away early enough to that left edge. A little bit of footwork. Got nice and low to the ground to get the job done.
less all the first half, and finally the scoring is open. Canberra Raiders number 2, Elise Simpson, crashing over the line. Canberra leading the Cowboys.
Oh, what about it? Tomo, you spoke it into existence. You said, are we going to have a 0-0 at half-time? And the footy gods responded, absolutely
Just got
not.
to throw it out there, Roo, and let nature take its course. That was a very powerful, well, back-to-back sets because they got the penalty, but the breakdown field, and they just kind of overwhelmed them there.
And also a really nice pass and straighten up by Zahara Temera, straight to Waterman. She's staring down the barrel of a difficult kick here. Sun in her eyes. What do you reckon, Tomo? In or out?
Don't ask me.
Oh, come on. In.
Out.
Oh!
4-0.
You're kidding.
The Canberra Raiders leading the North Queensland Cowboys 4 points to 0 with only 4 minutes remaining in this first half. NRLW matching round fans, make some noise!
Make sure we stay on side here. Stay on.
Isn't that a great shot? You've got to tip your hat to the Wagga Wagga locals. They've embraced this weekend. The weather's been so kind to everyone, but they love their sports down in the Riverina.
Yeah, they certainly do. It's glorious weather, great turnout. Right from the first game, the turnout's been amazing. Almost as good as your call then for in or out off the kick. Almost.
Told you. No, Toka onto the field in the shadows of half-time. First time we've seen her in the season. Now Charlotte Basham. I know I said that was going to miss halfway there. I reckon.
3/4.
I reckon if you asked me to tip winners at half-time this season, I reckon I'd still get half of them wrong.
Well, that was a shocking ball to the ground, and the Cowboys just sat back and waited then. They could have really pounced and made the most of that opportunity up on Holly Mae Dodd, but they just let her run, and now look at this. A good kick from Zahara Temera.
Oh, this is a tester. Well taken.
Again.
She bobbled it on that last one, but other than that, she's been very solid under the high ball, and here she goes again for doubling up for extra work.
I mentioned this last week, but catching these high balls is nothing compared to being a combat rescue specialist with the Australian Defence Force. Charlize Lloyd-Phillips.
That makes everything else in life seem easy, doesn't it?
Oh, good
when
run.
you have a job like that.
Half a line break there. Bree Masters, she's able to play it quickly as a result of that, and Ford goes away to Goldthorpe. They're much improved today, North Queensland. They're right in this game at 4-0. Rosie Kelly kicks high. Oh, this is on the full by a long way.
There is also, I'm pretty sure it's still the same, there was a nor'easter coming at about 22 kilometres an hour. So it'd be coming over the left shoulder of the Raiders. So that kick, if you pop it up in the air like that, the wind is going to take it. Just didn't adjust for that one, but we see more incredible drone shots at Wagga Wagga.
Can't get enough of them. Leanne Tafunga. Kukatai on the Cowboys 40. They need to have their wits about them here. The visiting team from Townsville, Gallagher, weaving, offloading to Waterman.
Hold on! Stand straight.
Now Zahara Temera. Takes on the defence herself. Oh, she almost breaks through. What a ball. Around the corner. Gallagher there in weight. Crosses the 20. Tries to stay alive. Gets taken in the tackle by Bamblett. They head down the left-hand side again. Temera, Waterman, ball back on the inside, juggled and put down by Simpson. Oh, they've only just escaped there, the Cowboys.
A good scramble on that short side. They looked dangerous, didn't they? Zahara Temera heavily involved, saw the opportunity.
Well, just at the moment, the Cowboys are starting to lose that initial contact. They're allowing the Raiders to just be able to get that ball free, those arms free, and promote the footy. It's going to hurt them, especially at the back end of the game.
Curtis with a barnstorming run, but there's a penalty.
So she can't defend, and you take that advantage through that space.
Obstruction.
It's not going to be quick.
Well, the clock's ticking away here.
It's not in possession. There you go.
If Canberra want to take advantage, they need to get moving. They'll only have one play.
Wait for the tap. Hold. Go. It's the last play.
Blackwell, Zahara Temera rolls a kick in behind. Not sure anyone else knew that kick was coming, in fairness.
Surrender.
And Goldthorpe goes to ground. So a highly competitive opening half. A much improved effort by the Cowboys. It's the Raiders by a very narrow margin, 4-0 at halftime. 7 o'clock tomorrow night. I know our own renovator and designer extraordinaire Alana Ferguson will be glued to the new season of The Block.
Love The Block, Tomo.
Why don't you go on The Block?
In my spare time.
Let's get that sorted out for next year. Second half underway. Raiders by 4-0. The Cowboys would be absolutely thrilled with the position in the game. A stark contrast to the scorelines in their first 4 games. They're yet to get off the mark this season, but they've more than acquitted themselves well to this point. Forward now. And another run by Mackenzie Wheel. She's been absolutely huge.
She played that whole first half as well, Mackenzie Wheel. Did not stop the whole 35 minutes.
Oh, 5th tackle penalty. No shortage of those today.
This is a big win for the Cowboys. Tomo mentioned how impressive they were in that first half of footy. Well, they'd love to come out and make a bit of a statement. Find some points. Oh, no.
Oh, they haven't.
Oh, and it might have been Mackenzie Wheel too, who he also just pumped up.
Where do you want him to? Yep, okay. In the middle. Over here.
Yeah, disappointed.
Up here, up here.
Oh, dear.
That's a shocker.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Okay.
Marley's got an update from half-time.
Bind in there. Yep. All right, heads in properly. Head in properly. Come on, you got to bind. You guys got to bind. Here. All right, clocks off. Yep. Break.
Well, we might have to get back to Marley.
Marley does have an update, but she's not quite with us yet. We will get back there. Here's Waterman. Now Barnes. She's a slippery customer from dummy half herself on the 40-metre line. Tamara for Kemp. Taken down outside the 30-metre line. Another tackle by Masters. No, Toka. And then a great dumping shot. There's been some stinging tackles, and there's another one by Roach this time. Back off down the right-hand side. Ball bounces here in favour of Kukatai, and she races away to score.
Oh, we spoke about Kukatai just before she came on in that first half, how much improved she's been in 2026 after a full season and pre-season under her belt. And just here, it looks like she was covered in spiders. The Harvey Norman replay, this is the shot. Oh, no, previous one was the shot. But look, just messy ball. She gets it, shrugs off a couple, and again, it was Mackenzie Wheel who came up with the error. She was the one that misses that tackle. Oh, that one hurts. That one hurts.
I didn't think there was anywhere near enough urgency and reaction from the Cowboys. Look at Mackenzie Wheel just bumping off far too easily. They gifted them that set of 6 as well. They needed to react. This shows it well in real time. Have a look at this. It's all far too slow to move. No one's bodies are on the line. A few arm grabs, and Kukatai, well, she definitely wanted it more. They scored a late try in the first half, the Canberra Raiders, and they've come out and made a fair statement here. So it's time to turn things around from the Cowboys.
And the first NRL try deserves a stacks on from her teammates.
Do you know the phrase is actually sacks on the mill? Yeah, it's a whole thing. I'll tell you in the break because it's too much. But yeah, apparently.
What is it?
Sacks on the mill. Yeah, it's wild. I'll tell you in the break. It's hilarious.
Sounds wild.
I've had a lot of stacks on in my life, particularly in the lounge room, and I've never called it that. Been getting it wrong for a very long time.
Ye olde English.
10-0.
With still 31 minutes of footy remaining.
Grace Kukatai gets on the NRLW try scorers sheet. Tries either side of half-time for Canberra. 10 points to 0 now. Here comes Grace Kemp. Let's go down to Marley's sideline.
Well, Darren Borthwick will be very happy with his girls' start to this second half. He said to the Raiders he was happy with the defensive effort in the first, but they need to stick to the game plan. On the other side, Rick Henry said to the Cowboys, stick to the processes, go back to the game plan and get on top of those penalties. We saw so many in the first half and we've already seen one in the second, so you would think that everyone needs to tighten up their errors, their discipline here.
All right, thank you, Marley. The Raiders out of half-time on the right note. No, Toka. Oh, lovely sleight of hand there. And an important tackle. That was beautiful by Temera. And now Gallagher kicks ahead. Goldthorpe, a hint of a high tackle. I think the referee's entitled to let that go.
It started on the shoulder and slipped up. That's probably why she let that one slide.
Temera throws his shoulder into that tackle.
Yeah, one of the great defensive halfbacks in the game. Jessie Southwell's got a good shot on her too, just quietly.
Zahara definitely in the veteran category these days. Her 57th NRLW appearance this afternoon. Played by Curtis. Now Wheel. She'd be disappointed. She had a flawless game up until those couple of errors straight out of the half-time break. Plays it on the halfway. Clearing kick by Kelly. Clears the head of the winger and fullback and finds touch. 30 centimetres out from the corner post.
In the middle, play the balls in the middle. Okay.
Waterman plays the ball to Temera. Now a run by Elise Simpson, who's continued her great try-scoring run with a try already today. Blackwell gives a short pass on the outside. There's a case for a penalty there. The referee lets things continue. Now Basham. Five from the halfway line. Tackle for Zahara Temera. Good hands by Gallagher. Pushed on by Waterman. Ball misses the mark. Margot Vella collects it for North Queensland.
Well, it took a deflection there. I thought it may have clipped a hand, but play on by the officials.
Talisha Harden. Now Manselman back on the field. One-handed off. Oh, no, they've coughed it up again. That's a bit of scoreboard pressure, I reckon.
Yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt. It could be the way to break open the Raiders' defence, but the rule stays the same. You only pass it if someone's in a better position or if it's going to benefit you. There was no one there to collect that offload, so the pass was never on.
Good run by Hollyman. And now Barnes. There's some gaps starting to emerge in this North Queensland defence. The Raiders 30 metres away. Zahara Temera. Sheridan Gallagher. And ball through the hands of Kukate. Now to Funga. Keeps it alive. Back to Blackwell. She's been hard to hold. She's got great evasive capabilities. She's put down on the 20-metre line. Tiana Raffstrand-Smith out is on the ground now in 17 for the Cowboys. Gallagher kicks ahead. Simpson chasing. Well covered. Goldthorpe covered a mile of ground there. Had to sprint from one side of the field to the other to save the try.
Yeah, she did a great job, Goldthorpe. So too the Canberra Raiders, just killing the footy in that back corner. So handy to have Zahara Temara out there on the left edge that can kick, and then also Sheridan Gallagher, their fullback.
This is Lloyd Phillips. Tackled by Blackwell, the former Cowboy, wearing the number 6 of Canberra. Masters now. They've travelled really nowhere, and a kick from very deep in their own half. It's a good kick.
That saved them.
Clearly the breeze is favouring the Cowboys quite significantly here. 2 kicks by Rosie Kelly, eating up plenty of territory.
Geez, there's some tired bodies out there.
Emma,
We
I'm
see
not
a penalty.
all game. Got to get onside. Someone outside her as well. Sheridan.
Tired Raiders bodies, but the discipline or ill discipline for the Cowboys is just allowing them to have that time to get some breath in the lungs, recharge the legs. Sheridan Gallagher's going to take her time too and just add to it.
Have a look for me. Hold.
Basham tackled on the Cowboys 40. Now a powerful run by Hollyman. Entered by Raffstrand-Smith. Playing her first game of the year, Tiana Raffstrand-Smith. She had a delayed start to the year because of a hamstring problem. Now Saunders crosses the 20. Danger here for the Cowboys. The Raiders with 2 tries. Looking to extend this already handy gap. Hollyman put down, 8 metres away. Samaima Taufa now drives towards the line. Good desperation. She's pushed back. Last play on the set. Barnes, not a great ball. Blackwell, she's able to promote it. Here's Gallagher. Gallagher sees space, straightens, reaches out and puts it down under the black dot.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be perfect for Sheridan Gallagher to get the job done. I thought their props did an outstanding job that set. Saunders, Hollyman and Samaima Taufa all just got that forward momentum, really dominant carries, quick play the balls, and then Harvey Norman replay. Wasn't a great pass, but Sheridan Gallagher, she just took them on in where a lot of that defensive fatigue was, and collects 4 points between the sticks.
Try confirmed, the Canberra Raiders fullback, Sheridan Gallagher. The Raiders leading the Cowboys 14 points to 0 with 6 to come. Shout out to Sheridan for launching that ball into the crowd. Fans get to keep it. It's catch and kick. Thanks to Westpac.
Oh, just re-watching a replay of that try. Well, Zahara Temara sets up for a kick. Sometimes that bouncing ball, it can just be your worst enemy. Makes you relax as a defender instead of getting your feet moving and making sure you're trying to shut down that threat, and that's exactly what Sheridan Gallagher took advantage of. Now, I reckon, Tomo, this one's definitely in.
That is a bold statement, Ruan.
In.
16-0.
Zahara Temara converts, extending Canberra's lead over North Queensland.
Yeah, she's getting a bit cranky. Pick up her time. If she's wide enough, that she is.
Westpac, catch and kick in the crowd. When that ball goes into the crowd, you get to kick it. To Westpac.
Another try for Sheridan Gallagher. I know you guys have pointed this out a few times today, but it's if the ball goes into the crowd, you get to keep it. the competition for that one got a bit heated. Some of the local kids were into each other. This would be a penalty.
Yep, she coughed it up, Sahara Temara, and her teammate was in front of her. Yeah, they're country kids.
Bit of
Fighting for scraps, aren't they, behind the sticks?
They're like seagulls on a chip.
So good. We need to keep the cameras on that. It's great to watch.
Well, there were so many tries in the first 2 games, and they've been so few this game.
Yeah.
You're like, right, it's a free-for-all.
It's going to be a good bill for Steedon footies this weekend.
Plenty of bodies on the line, Tomo.
They're worth about $100 each, aren't they?
They'll probably be numbered as well, so there'll be a bit of a collector's item.
All right, chance for an immediate hit back here for the Cowboys. Nice hands. Here's one of the unsung heroes today, Lloyd Phillips. She was held. There was a second effort there. And she's allowed to go over the sideline in the act of getting up to play the ball. So they continue on here, North Queensland.
They're unfortunate not to get a penalty there, the Cowboys. There was definitely a second effort.
10 metres away. Emma Manzelman, Rosie Kelly, and now Abigail Roach gives it across to Lloyd Phillips, who's been whacked in the act of putting this down.
We've got to try, we've got to clear that contact.
I'm fairly sure it's a try, it is.
Well, we just heard from Casey Badger. She wants to clear a few things leading up to this, but I tell you what, Lloyd Phillips has been so strong all day. And she looks like she finished quite strongly here. It almost looked like, and we'll probably get to see it on the Harvey Norman replay, Abigail Roach would have come close to scoring herself. She was so close. And then it was just really good hands. But that's twice that they've gone down that left edge and they've created something. Here we go, Harvey Norman replay. Great service by Manzelman. And then just a nice cutout pass. Yeah, she would have gone close, Roach, but she's selfless. Gives it to Lloyd Phillips, who does a really good job.
Just keep an eye on this replay. If is there a high?
That's high. Did she knock it on? That could be a penalty try.
This will be a penalty try if she doesn't get the ball down. And possibly, if she does get it down, a potential 8-point try.
Yeah. She definitely lost the ball in contact. Look at this.
Oh, yeah, that's Gallagher over the top.
Well, worst case, it'll be a penalty try. And if they rule that she has grounded this, it's potential for an 8-point try. That would turn the game on its head.
You can see Casey Badger standing in front of the kick. She knows something's coming. She saw the contact live. She wanted it cleared.
Great combination between the dummy half and the halfback, Rosie Kelly and Emma Manzelman, to just really attack that short edge.
Yep.
Here we go.
Yep. Oh, sorry, mate. All right, Maddie, we're just confirming the contact on the try scorer here for a potential 8-point try.
Yeah, well, we spoke about this. It is definitely high contact.
Direct contact to the head on the try scorer. She's leaning down to score the try. If we look at her right hand, her fingers always stay on the ball.
Yep.
And there's no separation and the ball is grounded. Due to it being in the act of scoring, this will be a potential 8-point try.
So, for those uninitiated, that means there'll be the normal conversion from where the ball's put down and then essentially a shot at penalty goal from right in front.
Yep. And it's Rosie Kelly that's lining up this one from the sideline.
She did an enormous job to put the ball down.
Oh, didn't she? It was huge contact coming over the top.
Yeah, I thought she lost it for sure. To keep a finger on that's outstanding. This is a big kick.
Oh, was a flat, hard attempt and it curved, but hit the upright. So that one,
for the high contact in the try scoring situation.
So that one goes astray, but there'll be another shot from right in front. So 16-6 this will be.
Is she coming from the field for an HIA as well?
So, yes.
Lloyd Phillips?
Yep.
Well, here's another look at it. I mean, after the first couple of watches, we were very clear on what it would potentially be. She did so well.
Amazing job.
So well.
She's been really tough. Wonderful put down by Charlize Lloyd-Phillips. 16-6. Here's Banu back from the bench. Still plenty of time left for the Cowboys. And they're going to spread it straight away. Vela now. Out as far as the 40-metre line after a couple of tackles. Now Banu once again. Tackled by Saunders.
They look good moving it out of trouble there, didn't they, in yardage?
They've made considerable ground. Manzelmann! Oh!
No one there again.
She's blindingly fast. Banu. Then Kelly, who started to come into her own in this second half. Masters, wrapped up ball and all. Blackwell, one of the tacklers. Last tackle, they've come a long way down the ground, haven't they? Kelly, kicking high. Comfortably taken by Gallagher inside the 10. Put down by Mackenzie Will, who still hasn't had a break.
Brilliant set after points by the Cowboys. Brilliant set. Just worked through it, moved it out. In trouble, moved it through their yardage. Great kick to finish. Rosie Kelly, she's definitely risen to the challenge.
Now Simpson tackled just before the 40-metre line. Some news from Marley's sideline.
For Charlize Lloyd-Phillips, who scored that try and then immediately came off. It was for a Category 2 HIA. There is enough time if she does pass this one within the 15 minutes to come back out and return to this match. I have to say the crowd reacted with so much energy with that try, and then when it turned into a possible 8-pointer. We officially have 7,142 fans who've showed up for day one of Magic Round, but I have to say here at GeoHex Park, it feels much larger than that. They've been so loud, so passionate. Plenty of kids, but plenty of adults too, who are just loving what the NRLW has to offer.
Yes, fabulous crowd.
Great day too.
Well, the weather couldn't be any better, could it? Better than last year.
Just a little bit.
Tamara with a good front-on shot on her opposite veteran, Talisha Harden.
Masters with a bit of an offload there, generating some second phase play. Or Goldthorpe's. No, she's all right.
Oh, she's in a little bit of trouble. They've lost the ball.
Oh, no.
That's not a good end to the set, to say the very least. The fullback injured and Kelly having dropped the ball.
Yeah, there's a fair bit of fatigue in this Cowboys side at the moment. They got a quick enough play the ball too off the back of Ash Masters' offload. Wasn't the perfect pass, but still catchable to a degree. Just those core skills under fatigue, they get put on show.
Talfa for Blackwell. And now Gallagher. Another Canberra Raiders mistake. Well, they're keeping the door ajar.
All up. Where do you want to scrum? Clock's on. In the middle. Scrum's in here. Scrum.
16 and a bit minutes remaining. Can the Cowboys find a way?
All right, come on, don't miss the clock, girls. Let's go. All right, bind together. Emma, head down. Head down, Emma. Head in. All right, clock's off. Feed it. Break.
Manzelmann.
Make sure of that one. Hit the mark.
No mistakes there. Peter's playing it back. A looping pass from Ford. Goes across to Wheel.
They've opted for some fast feet out there. Ford and Manzelmann on at the same time. Oh, great work. Coleman and Masters.
Kelly. Chester. The offload. Finds Masters. It comes back to Wheel. He's in a one-on-one wrestle. Plays it to Manzelmann. Now Banu. Still outside the 30-metre line, but attacking kick territory. Kelly puts it up in the air. The chase descending. Gallagher with the drop. They'll get a full set of 6. It's game on now.
Yeah, kicked it right up and into the sun.
Smart play, Manzelmann. Shocking ball. Masters gets it back and goes charging towards the Raiders line. Another try here, and the Cowboys are coming home with a flurry. Manzelmann. Oh, nowhere to go. A tackle made by Dodd. Mackenzie Wheel, Rosie Kelly, then Goldthorpe. They're trying to find their way out to the left. They get there, but it was all a bit clunky. Vella was put down, played the ball fast. Goldthorpe to Kelly, Kelly to Banu. 2 plays left. A critical set in the context of the game. Kelly again, nice ball, Vella! They go over on the left-hand side for the second time in the half.
Well, this is really nice work out to the left by the Cowboys, because after the first couple of plays, I thought that set was just looking a little bit beige. Nothing much was happening here. Harvey Norman replay, this is the error that led to the field position. You just see Gallagher loses sight of it, hits her on the chest, eyes straight into the sun. But Manzelmann, clean service this time, looped that pass to Kelly, and Kelly hits the centre beautifully. And again, Abigail Roach setting up her winger beautifully with the opportunity for 4 points, and she improves the position, Bella.
Well, she did a great job, Abigail Roach, at coming onto the footy at a bit of pace, but catching and passing in the same motion. If she hesitates at all in that instance, she gets caught up. She either gets a shot put on her or the pass goes to ground. So she did a really good job, but it was the halfback, Rosie Kelly, that demanded the footy to double down on that short side. They've obviously seen something in that right edge defence from the Canberra Raiders, and that's why they peppered them and chose to go back there.
North Queensland digging deep, chasing their first win of the year. Here's Kelly with the kick from out wide. She threads it.
Come on.
Play the balls, or
Hang on.
We've saved the best game of the day until the last on Magic Round Super Saturday. The Cowboys, they're coming home. A long way from Townsville in Wagga. Wheel still toiling away.
and
Penalty. High tackle.
I'll tell you what, the way Rosie Kelly's kicking, I'd definitely be kicking for touch. They've got the wind coming over their left shoulder. Should make the sideline. See that? It's the penalty there, high contact by Telfer. I like it when they move it in their yardage sets. They are really troubling the Raiders. They're doing to the Raiders what the Raiders did to the Roosters a couple of weeks ago.
They're trotting out all the party tunes too, aren't they? We had Run to Paradise, we've got Sweet Caroline. The crowd's up and about. Oh, Banu.
Yes. Look at that Westpac red zone. Play the balls inside the opposition 20. Yeah, this certainly helps for the Cowboys. They're on some kind of run here with momentum. But the Raiders just with the upper hand in that Westpac red zone. The Cowboys, they're coming after them.
Back-to-back penalties, and Samaima Taufa. Look, obviously, she's on her way to the ground, but it's still contact with the head. And this is gifting the Cowboys some really great field position. S.A. Banu running hard, Wheel working overtime. Masters doing some good stuff as well.
Manzelmann for Wheel, head down, charging hard. Stopped by Saunders and Taufa inside the Westpac red zone. Manzelmann goes sprinting inside the 10. Forward to dummy half. Masters. She's still struggling with the defence. It takes 4 Raiders to stop her. 2 tackles left right underneath the sticks. Rosie Kelly, numbers left again. It's with Vella. Vella breaks through.
Great defence.
What a try-saving effort.
Wow, what a recovery from the right edge of the Raiders. You thought Margot Vella was in for all money there. It was such good service from dummy half from Emma Manzelmann. They attacked that same edge. Have a look at this. Those green jerseys come from everywhere.
Oh.
That's outstanding. It was Sheridan Gallagher. She used her muscles and held her up, just spun her over the top. Kept that footy well and truly away from the try line.
Blackwell down the bottom. Well, that could save the game for Canberra.
It was just that twisting action of Blackwell that pulled the legs of Vella into touch. That was great effort by the Green Machine.
Still ample time left. An inspired resurgence by North Queensland. Can they continue to challenge Canberra here, or will the Raiders put it to bed? Isabella Waterman, Shante Temba to the acting half, then Blackwell. Good strong defence. Oh, there's an offload. Not sure that's the order of the day when you're trying to protect a 4-point lead, and they've turned it over again.
Got to respect the footy.
Banu, the Cowboys on the back of another Canberra error. 30 metres away. Ford finds Peters, crosses the 20. Shante Temero made the tackle. Ford again. Manzelmann slips out to first receiver. Ash Masters.
Run.
They can't put it down yet. There's a chance for a one-on-one steal there potentially. She backed out of the tackle. Manzelmann to Kelly. This is where they've had all their luck down the left. Abigail Roach passes to Vella. She comes back against the grain and crashes over to lock the game up at 16 each.
Well, she learned a lesson, didn't she, Margot Vella? Off that left foot and back into a little bit of space. They swarmed over the green jerseys again. But that's how dangerous you can be back against the green. Harvey Norman replay off the back of a Canberra error. They just got the width in their game nice and early. Manzelmann found Rosie Kelly and they just got it to the winger who had a fair bit of work to do. And to be honest, probably shouldn't have scored this given that there were so many green jerseys in the picture, but this is just great footwork. There was about 5 Raiders in the picture there, but footwork, pace and solid determination. Look at the scoreline, Roo, 16 apiece.
Yeah, it was great work by Vella. She's such a handy pickup from the Dragons. She did her ACL, came to the Cowboys, but this is what I just want you to have a look at. You see the work from Manzelmann there at 9. When she gets out and engages a couple of those defenders, it means that edge can't check and release. And that is really great work. And Rosie Kelly, oh yeah, she adds the extras.
She's got her on a string. They're in front. A stack of great rugby league coming away on the Wild Water Sports tomorrow. This will be a belter. The Titans, they can score some points up against the tough, uncompromising Warriors. One of the feature games on day 2 of Magic Round in Wagga Wagga. Every NRLW game of the season. Live and free here on Nine's Wild Water Sports. The Cowboys lead with 7 minutes to go.
I reckon Margot Vella's thinking, maybe you can keep me on their left wing all the time. I've gone there in the second half and scored 2 tries.
Rosie
yes,
Kelly's goal kicking. She's nailed 2 from way out wide. Could be the difference in the end. What a story this is. The Cowboys downtrodden. They've been belted in their first 4 games.
They turned up with the attitude. We heard from Talisha Harden pre-game. They wanted good attitude, and that's what they're doing.
Oh, that could have gone anywhere. Maybe the footy gods are shining down on the Cowboys.
And things are going your way.
Kelly's controlled the second half really well. This is Taylor Curtis. Oh, I think everyone's nervous for them. Except maybe Canberra. Grace Kemp preparing to re-enter. Wheel.
We saw her and Wheel go head-to-head at the back end of the first half. Darren Borthwick will be looking for more of the same from Kemp.
Kelly kicks up into the sun. Taken safely by Gallagher this time. She runs towards Manzelmann. Gets up near the 30-metre line. So what do the Raiders have to offer? They find themselves in arrears for the first time in the game in the dying minutes. Mackenzie Wiki. Played to Naitoka, then Gallagher, then Temera, and now Dodd. 5 metres away from the halfway line, Shante Temera. Great tackle. Saunders gets flung to the ground. Taufa, Naitoka. Now to Funga. Flings the ball back. It's been knocked on, says the referee.
Well, we've seen Abigail Roach's prowess in attack in that 20-metre zone just from the try line. They're going to challenge this one, but this defensive effort by her, she allowed her player to get outside and then just flung her to the deck. But they're going to challenge this, the Raiders.
We can see here the Cowboys player is just making a tackle and the ball is lost. We'll look at another angle for perspective.
Just see how she gives that outside shoulder to Tafunga. Just draws her in. Are they trying to say there's high contact? I think that's all fine.
We can see the ball is lost just before the line and bounces over the 40-metre line and is a knock-on. The challenge by Canberra is unsuccessful.
I suppose you can't take it with you, and when things are going against you, you're looking for a circuit breaker. It just didn't go their way, that one. Yeah, Abigail Roach, she's had a great second half, hasn't she?
Thought the Raiders, with tries either side of half-time, were destined to go on and win this. It's been a courageous effort by North Queensland, determined not to let their season slide away. Can they hang on? Big tackle. Waterman comes jamming in. Hits Jasmine Peters solidly. The Cowboys inside Canberra's half. Mackenzie Wheel. Grace Kemp. And Samaima Taufa bring her down. Manzelmann for Ford. Ford back to Peters. Third tackle, 31 from the Raiders line on the right-hand side of the field. Masters, ball playing on. Taylor Curtis surrounded. Ooh, ball in one hand. She held on to it. Tackle 5 again. Kelly kicks into the sun. It's been a fruitful tactic for her, and Gallagher attacks it brilliantly. Wants to offer it. I think she dropped the ball.
Oh, she did. Knock on coming into tackle 1.
She's saying no, they've blown their challenge.
Wow, what a big play.
That's what scoreboard pressure does, doesn't it?
She's done really well, Rosie Kelly, with her kicking game, but particularly to be set up on that left edge as a right foot kicker. Doesn't protect her very well, but she gets the angle of her body right. She could very easily spray it and go out the sideline, but she's had some great kick executions in today's game and gets another result off the back of it.
It looks like also Lloyd Phillips has passed her HIA. She's back out on the field for the Cowboys. She's on the right wing.
Left wing.
No, sorry.
Yeah, that's
sorry, Charlize. You've got to stay on the right now. Margot's got the left.
Manzelmann for Ford. Here's Kelly. A great second half by the number 7. 10 metres away. 1-on-1 steal. They got it back. Oh, the tackle was completed, said the ref.
Yeah, she did call it. She did call that it was held. And Gallagher, who is dogged with that kind of stuff, she's always competing, just ripped it out after that call.
3 minutes and change remaining. The Cowboys on the verge of their first win of the season. Manzelmann, oh, if she went to Masters, it was a try.
Okay, release the one, Grace, give her room. Hold that line. Wait, go, 2.
Wheel plays it. Manzelmann. Now Curtis.
Stay on the mark, Release it,
backing towards the defence, then turns around, plays it right on top of the goal line. Manzelmann for Rosie Kelly. And now for Goldthorpe. And again for Roach. Keeps it alive. Back to Goldthorpe. Tries to dance with Shante Temera. They put her down. Charlotte Basham also part of that tackle. Manzelman uses her quick feet. Desperation by the Raiders. Taufa, who else would you expect? Last tackle now. Kelly, cross kick. Out wide for Vella. Ball tap back. She can't get to the line, Breechester. The Raiders have given themselves a chance with 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, very desperate. Great scramble, particularly on that right edge from the Canberra Raiders. Just keeping themselves in this contest. But look at the Cowboys.
Good stuff by the Cows. This is exactly what you want to see with 1:45 left. Oh, that's a penalty. That could be a penalty against the Raiders if they're not careful.
Sheridan, go back.
She's feisty, isn't she, Sheridan Gallagher? I love it.
Go back. Go back on your mark. Go back. All right, play the ball. Hold. Go.
Look at this defence.
They're not going anywhere, the Raiders.
And she's lost it.
The ball's come free.
This is massive for the Cowboys.
Haven't they dug in?
They've been incredible. And we've spoken about, even during that first half of footy, off the back of last week's performance, the improvement in their defence. And as every minute clocks over, it continues to improve. Their connections look really strong and the intensity stayed right throughout this game. So this is a massive result for the Cowboys.
Well, it's a genuine reward for effort from the Cowboys. Down 4-0 at halftime, they turned up with a really great attitude to the game. And they've just built on that throughout this game.
Oh, no. Oh, it's not over yet.
She was there.
The scrum clock has gone and the referee said we were ready. Well, Emma Manzelman saying we were ready to feed it and you were stopping us.
Yep.
That's good.
One set of 6 to go. The Raiders are 80 metres away.
That is so harsh.
They've come so far, North Queensland. They've got one more set to defend. 16-0 down they were. Looking down the barrel at another loss that they have rallied. They've got themselves ahead by 2. Grace Kemp tearing away up the field. 8 metres from the halfway, 30 seconds left in this game. Here's Dodd with a good run. They're within striking distance here, Canberra. Shante Temera, Zahara Temera, Naitoka Toka. Great defence. That's Bashan. She gets closed down by Roach. There'll be, 2 plays left. Absolute tops. 40 metres away. Oh, Zahara, she's going to kick in the air. No one was chasing it. It's been taken by Goldthorpe. All she's got to do is take the tackle and the Cowboys are going to win. What a massive effort by North Queensland. They've come from 16-0 down to win by 2 and open their account in season 2026. That's their biggest ever comeback, Ruan.